Hola, I'm Alicia Navarrete, and this is your Week in Yucatan Today, presented by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Every week, we bring you Yucatan's local news in under 10 minutes. Only local news, featuring news you can use and a quick summary of recent events. This week, volunteers removed over 5 tons of trash in coastal cleanup. Record crowds witnessed Kukulkan's descent at the Chichen Itza equinox. A gas leak on the Mérida Progreso highway caused major disruptions on Wednesday. A bird sanctuary needs donations after last week's heavy rains. You can participate in Mérida's Day of the Dead celebrations. Stay tuned to find out how. Let's get started. Yucatan successfully wrapped up its simultaneous beach cleanup for International Coastal Cleanup Day, celebrated every year on the third Saturday in September. More than 2,000 volunteers turned up across 14 beaches in 10 Yucatan municipalities, including Progreso, Cisal, and El Cuyo, removing over 5 tons of trash, including PET plastic, aluminum, and glass from the state's shores. This massive community turnout from schools, businesses, and local families is a huge step towards a cleaner, more sustainable Yucatan. Chichen Itza saw record attendance for the autumn equinox as over 6,400 people gathered to witness the famous descent of Kukulkan. Despite a very rainy forecast, the sun broke through the clouds just in time at 4:51 p.m. on Sunday, allowing the shadow of the feathered serpent to project onto El Castillo. Authorities confirmed that this year saw more than 3,000 extra visitors compared to last year's fall equinox, proving the enduring fascination with the Maya's advanced knowledge. If you missed it, your next chance is the spring equinox, around March 20th next year. A natural gas leak was successfully controlled this Wednesday on the Mérida Progreso highway, near a commercial construction site. The incident occurred when workers accidentally struck a gas duct while drilling a deep well. Fortunately, the crew immediately called 911, triggering a swift coordinated response from police, firefighters, and Pemex security. Officials performed a preventive evacuation and closed 2 highway lanes while the leak was safely contained. Authorities praised the quick action, confirming the leak was brought under control with no injuries reported. Our friends at Proyecto Santa Maria, which rescues and rehabilitates birds, just had its sanctuary devastated by last week's heavy rains. The project's director reported that the whole sanctuary area is flooded with over 50 centimeters or roughly 20 inches of water. The good news is that all 150 native and foreign birds they house are safe and healthy thanks to their newly constructed tall aviaries. However, they are asking for help with funding or supplies like birdseed, chickpeas, or white corn. To find more about the project and how you can help out, look for a link in this episode's description. Dream of walking in Mérida's famous Paseo de las Ánimas on October 31st? Or maybe you'd prefer to join the dazzling Desfile de Catrinas on November 1st? Well, now is your chance. The city just released the participation requirements, so you need to contact the City Council right away to secure your spot. If you're planning to visit Mérida for the festivities, check out our friends at Los Colores de Mérida for cozy lodging and great breakfasts. All the details are in the show notes. Now, let's take a look at some fun stuff happening in the following days. This Sunday, stop by Mérida's San Sebastián Market for the 3rd annual Feria del Salbut, a fair celebrating salbutes, one of the most beloved icons of Yucatecan food. A light, fluffy fried tortilla with toppings ranging from hard-boiled eggs to seafood, salbutes will be the star of the day, with options priced between 18 and 25 pesos each, plus more food, music, entertainment, and a guaranteed festive atmosphere. That's on Calle 70 between 75 and 77, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. In Valladolid, the historic Mesón del Marqués Hotel is celebrating its 58th anniversary with 2 must-attend food events led by award-winning chef Elio Shikun. First, there may still be time to join the Cocina de Humo experience tomorrow, September 27th at 1 p.m. at their Selva venue. Then, don't miss the elegant 6-course anniversary Mexican dinner. That's on October 4th at 8 p.m. at the hotel, featuring top chefs from Oaxaca and Tlaxcala. Check the show notes for details on how to get your tickets. The first ever Mérida Jazz Festival is hitting the city with free concerts and masterclasses from October 1st to the 4th. Catch the opening show at Santa Lucia Park on Wednesday, starting at 7 p.m. On Friday and Saturday, the action moves to the Remate de Paseo de Montejo. The big event is Saturday's classic Dixieland Parade down Calle 47's culinary corridor. All events are free, so make sure to arrive early to secure the best spot. And finally, a reminder that Mérida's popular restaurant week kicks off this Monday, September 29th. Find tasting menus at set prices of $199, $299, and $499 pesos at your favorite and future favorite spots. Check out the ever-growing list of participating restaurants and plan your meals at meridarestaurantweek.com. Find direct links to more details on these events in this episode's description, and check out yucatantoday.com for more activities happening in our state. Every Friday, La Jornada Maya publishes a feature on one of the many native species that share the Yucatán Peninsula with us. This week, we're telling you about a turtle with a secret, the red-cheeked mud turtle, known locally as tortuga candado or lock turtle. Its nickname comes from a fascinating defensive move. It has 2 hinges on its lower shell. These allow it to completely seal its carapace tightly, like a closed box, when it feels threatened. Measuring in at a tiny 10 to 12 centimeters, or roughly 4.5 inches, it's also instantly recognizable by the striking red or orange pigmentation on its face, neck, and legs. You can find this small, cool reptile in the slow-moving waters and wetlands all over the Yucatán Peninsula. Unfortunately, this little omnivore, which eats everything from insects to dead fish, is highly vulnerable to humans. It's historically been hunted for both its meat and because its shell is used to make musical instruments. Keep an eye out for these adorable little turtles as they're active semi-nocturnally in the morning and evening. Read more about the red-cheeked mud turtle by visiting lajornadamaya.mx. You'll find a link in this episode's description. That's your week in Yucatán today. We welcome your feedback, questions, and ideas. Get in touch with us at editor@yucatantoday.com. Your Week in Yucatán Today is jointly produced by Yucatán Today and the Jornada Maya. Make sure to subscribe, review, and recommend our podcast so we can continue to bring you a summary of Yucatán's local news in English. Yucatán Today is a Yucatán traveler's companion. Find our travel, culture, and food content at yucatantoday.com. La Jornada Maya is a print and digital newspaper with the most relevant information from the Yucatán Peninsula, Mexico, and the world. I'm your host, Alicia Navarrete. Thank you for joining us.